Hello and welcome back to another video. So today this is going to be rather cookie related. I'm sure that many of you have been a little bit concerned about the sort of cookie cutter nature of some Garrison builds. I know that certainly a lot of raiding people, and I'd imagine a lot of the hardcore PvPers as well, have maybe just felt like they didn't want to be, air quotes, forced into playing the Garrison a lot. Now, of course, are you really forced? No, but if something's optimal, then people will do it. This is a loot-driven MMO. That's just the way that things work. So, the good news that I've got for the PvP people is that actually, you're probably not really going to have anything that's particularly cookie cutter. You will want to have this building, and this actually just provides some really fun PvP features, so that's cool. This is like the PvP building, the Gladiator Sanctum thing. Anyway, but for the PvE players, well, you are going to have a bit of a cookie cutter situation. There is going to be one cut and dry, most optimal build for you to take. Now, the very first thing you're going to want is the salvage yard. Why would you want the salvage yard, you might wonder? Well, you see this stuff here, these crates of salvage. When you break them down, you've got a chance of getting an item that can upgrade your followers' gear. The better your followers are, then, you know, well, eventually you'll get access to missions which will reward you with gear for your character, so that will be quite important. Next, let's move on to, okay, let's not move on to the Dwarven Bunker, because I don't actually have it here in this character. But what's going on with the Dwarven Bunker is that you can do work orders, and the work orders will actually give you item upgrades for your Garrison followers. Moreover, another thing with the Dwarven Bunker, I think it's, the Horde do have an equivalent of that building. Yeah, it also will double the chance of you getting item upgrades as you level, as you, like, quest. Basically, you can proc Warforged quest items, and the building will also actually increase the potency of said proc. So, essentially, that is going to be very powerful, and if you have that building, you're absolutely going to have a bit of an advantage. Future Self strikes again, so I just thought I would do this little clip in here in this video to highlight one of the points that I made about the Dwarven Bunker. So, I've already put a whole bunch of work orders in. These work orders just cost Garrison resources, and all 14 of them have been done. Now, it's 14, but they take 4 hours each, so yeah, that's what was going on there. Now, let's click and see what we get from all these. As you can see, oh, wow, that was more than I thought. Holy crap. Well then, so we got a striking weapon enhancement. We also got a, we got various weapon enhancements, ta-da, and then 42 Apex's crystals. And some Iron Horde armor scraps. So that's pretty cool. Now then, why is this good? Well, let's just head into my barracks. Not my barracks, my town hall, and I will upgrade one of my followers. You can see that having these, well, just really increase the rate at which you can upgrade things, though. It really is a massive effect. So, who are we going to, there, we'll upgrade this guy. By the way, this is the same dude that you met in the Burning Crusade in Nagrand. So let's upgrade his weapon. Not that it really looks like it needs much upgrading. It's a pretty cool weapon. So, yeah, there we go. I click all these things. You'll see now that his weapon item level is 618. And that, folks, is why it's going to be really good to have a Dwarven Bunker. Now, the next big building that you'll want here is the barracks. Why do you want the barracks? Well, because it provides access to better missions and things like that you can use to level up your followers quickly. Now, there's a bit of a problem with these. You've got two large slots in your Garrison. Currently, I've got the barracks in this one, and then over here I've got the Gnomish Gearworks. By the way, the Gnomish Gearworks is really fun. But anyway, the problem is, it will use up both of your large slots, this optimal cookie-cutter build. Now, that really is unfortunate, because what if you wanted the stables for its buff? What if you wanted, say, the Gnomish Gearworks for all the cool little toys and items and the eventual siege engine that it will give you? Well, if you want to be optimal, at least at the start of the expansion, you're just not going to be able to do that, I'm afraid. I'll see if I've got any of the relevant follower missions in here. I don't think I do. Only one of my followers is at a high item level, unfortunately. So I will be sure to show those to you later on at some point. See, in terms of my available quests, I've got one that gives you some money and then just some XP ones. But if you look at my followers here, you'll see, yeah, this one, item level 619. So as you increase your item levels, then you will get access to better missions. I haven't got anyone leveled up to the point where I can get any of the raid gear missions, but a lot of it does come down to this raid gear. You know, you are actually able to get some raid gear once in a while. It probably won't be weekly, and it will be raid gear that's equivalent to a level above which you currently play. So that essentially means that one of the things you will want to do as quickly as possible is grind out your access to those high-level missions really quickly. And then, of course, with the Dwarven Bunker and the chance of proccing quest items, well, you know what? You could proc a quest item so that it will be even better than, say, maybe a normal bit of dungeon gear or something like that. So, yeah, there's some little cookie-cutter things going on here with the Garrison, and I know that a lot of people have been talking about it in the comments of my videos and things like that, and I thought it was just about time to, you know, show what's going on. There is a bit of good news, though. Really, once people get their followers leveled up to the point where they are all above, I think it's item level 630 or something, you know, once your followers actually have access to those missions, then you won't really need barracks anymore, you know? Once you are past a lot of that initial gear, you won't really need the Dwarven Bunker anymore, so these problems will alleviate themselves over time. It's just that for the duration of patch 6.0, most likely, you're really going to want to be doing the same sort of things with your garrisons. And yeah, maybe some people like that, maybe some won't, but I just thought I'd throw out a video to show you exactly what is going on with the feature and just how it plays out. My personal thoughts on this are that it's a bit of a hard thing to design around in a way. You know, they want to make all these buildings, and especially, you know, the perks associated with them, powerful to the point where people will actually care about them, and of course, that power does need to be relevant to people. It needs to be relevant to their interests in the game, so really, I don't think this is as bad a problem as some people are, like, saying it's going to be, really, and Blizzard can't just design the game thinking, well, PvP players will only grind out dungeons and arenas, or not dungeons, wow, PvP people will only grind out arenas, and raiders will only raid. If they design specifically, you know, to those, like, niches, then I think it would leave a lot of people out. So overall, I think that this is a bit of a sucky situation, but it may be a necessary evil in order to make these buildings interesting and fun. For an example, with the Dwarven Bunker, that chance of proccing gear is actually really fun when you're leveling up, so there are benefits in terms of the fun factor of these buildings, and really would nerfing those things to the point where it would mean that there would really not be a cookie-cutter situation, would that just be at the expense of too much fun? Hard to know, honestly, but hey, here's a video, done, showing you these things. Garrisons, yeah, they're a thing. You better get ready for them, because you're going to be spending quite a lot of time in them. But anyway, that is it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.